Hello and welcome to this episode of Sabbath Worship with Ben. Just going to have the lesson this week. Hope you all will enjoy it. This week's lesson is entitled The Choice. The memory verse is Mark 14:35 and 36. He went a little farther and he fell on the ground and prayed that if it were possible this hour should pass from him. And he said, Abba, Father, all things are possible for you. Take this cup away from me, nevertheless, not my will, but yours. In this week's lesson, Jesus and disciples have gone to Gethsemane. So, as they were walking in the garden, Jesus became troubled, it says. He took Peter, James, and John, told the rest of his disciples to wait for him. And they all continued into the garden. So, as they continued to walk, Jesus continued to grow more and more troubled, and then finally he asked Peter, James, and John to stand, to watch, and to pray. And he went off a little further by himself and fell on the ground, as we read about in our Bible passage for today. He exclaimed to God that that if there was any other way to save humanity, that to please do it, but he ends his statement by saying that whatever God would have him do, that's what he wants to do. So 3 times he prays and speaks with God, and after each time he returns to the disciples. But each time, Peter, James, and John are all asleep, tired after their long day, presumably. And no matter how hard they tried, they always fell asleep by the time Jesus returned, beside him telling them to watch and pray. Finally, the 3rd time, Jesus asked them if they were still sleeping, and he told them to get up, to rise. He said that the hour had come where he will be betrayed into the hands of sinners. He told them to come, and they returned to the rest of the disciples. So in this story, it's a reminder of that whenever we go through hard times, there'll be those who are closest to us that we trust, but we can't rely on them in times of trouble, because even Jesus' 3 closest disciples weren't able to help him in his struggle that he had in the garden. He just asked them to pray with him and to watch, and they couldn't do it. So the lesson of the story is really that in whatever situation we're in, person to trust is God. Even though we work with our fellow brethren and we commune together in Christ, the only one that we should trust is Jesus. So that's our lesson for this week. Hope you all enjoyed it. Hope you all have a blessed Sabbath. Bye.